Sick. Getting stuff sorted here. Almost there. Okay. Where is my earbud? Hello, hello, hello. Maybe? Okay. Yep, there we go. So, I need to go do the Crystal Tower. Where was that at? That's all checked out. I can put this back. All right. Let's go. This way. Gonna hopefully be able to continue this story, but I have to finish, I think, the last raid in the Crystal Tower set of dungeons. I don't know how long this will take. Ah, Menfina, it is good you are come. I have news you must be made aware of. Alas, none of it bodes well for us, for Une, Doga, and Nero imprisoned in the Dark Realm. Oh, I forgot about that. We're taking our sweet time getting back to them. Think back on our last foray into Circus Tower, if you will. The calamity stirred the place from its long slumber and awoke Emperor Zonde But Minfina, you ensured he was laid to rest permanently. Yet the Emperor had sealed a binding covenant with the terrible void sent known as the Cloud of Darkness, even as Doga, Une, and Labor to annul this contract. The entity reached through the rift and dragged the pair of them and Nero out of our realm. Let me clean my glasses off real quick. We'll just shit on them. Since that day, Noah has devoted itself to rescuing Une, Doga, and Nero from beyond the rift. Our research, however, has exposed a far more dire problem. The Crystal Tower still acts upon Emperor Azande's orders and collects energy to open another void gate even as we speak. Indeed, the place nigh hums with energy. We have done all we can to stop the Imperial edicts, but to no avail. Just as the gate would open only for Une and Doga, so too will the tower heed only those with the royal blood of Alleg. 'Tis a most galling design, granted. This was not always so vexatious, according to the Allegan tombstone Nero presented us. During the golden age of Alleg, the royalty had some means of bestowing their blood upon others. If they hadn't such a technology, Amon and his underlings could never have controlled the Crystal Tower. But we do not have either this art or any royal blood. Every moment we wait, a vast rift through which the Cloud of Darkness can enter our realm threatens to open. Such a disaster cannot be allowed to come to pass. We must seal the Crystal Tower and annul Zande's covenant with the Dark Realm. If only breaking the ladder would suffice. Yeah. But then what of the energy building in the Crystal Tower? Without suppression, that power could discharge and cause the calamity like to the one that destroyed Alleg. In truth, we have more than just 3 lost compatriots to worry about. If we do not act, our very world will fall before the might of this threat. Yes. We know but one way out of this predicament. Rescue those who can control the tower from beyond the Dark Realm and seal the rift shut after them. And mercifully, not all our news is quite so bleak. That's good, because the news you've given me so far is pretty bad. 'Tis true we cannot stop the Void Gate from manifesting within the tower, but this can be to our benefit. We can use Circus's power for our own purposes and create a portal to carry us into the Dark Realm. Ooh. We have heard this is possible from a man of the Thaumaturge's Guild, well versed in otherworldly matters. And with Master Garland working to create said portal, the final preparations are well underway. Ah, and here comes the man himself. Is the little guy that was teaching me? Or is he talking about Sid? Yeah! Minfina, just the woman we need. Yes, our fellowship is indeed complete, and all parties privy to our strategy, and you, Master Garland, how fare your endeavors? Quite well, the device is nearly ready, though attaching the damnable thing to Circus Tower took every ounce of ingenuity the Ironworks has got, but it should produce the energy we need. With just a little more fine-tuning, we can open a rift. I'm here to request your presence at the tower. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge at the 8 Sentinels as guides, and do hurry, Minfina. I'm sure you wouldn't miss another chance to save the world, would you? Give me a break, man. Well, Sid certainly seems to have a firm hand on the helm. Shall we make our way to the Crystal Tower? Yes. I'm gonna mute. I have food here. I literally just got off work, so I haven't had time to eat it. Okay, it is still blistering hot. I thought it would have time to cool off. Let me in. huh? What's up, guys? I haven't seen you since Final Fantasy VII. Minfina, I'll bet you're here to watch us pry open the rift between worlds, eh? We're almost ready. Circus Tower is full of engineers scurrying around and making adjustments. We're dealing with a lot of power, and if a single coupling's off, well, boom. But it should be fine, really. Anyway, you'd best wait at the top. The chief's there overseeing the whole operation. My friends, you've arrived. I'm just waiting for my engineers to give the signal, then we'll see if we can't open a gateway to another world. Is there something amiss, Graha? Ah, Emperor Xande's throne. How the mighty have fallen, eh? Once it stood as a symbol of Alleg's art and power, now it's nothing more than an empty chair. Just imagine if the Allegan civilization had lived on and just a emperor still sat on that throne. How different would our history be? How much further would we have advanced? Unfortunately, there was no stopping Xande and his ambition. There were those who tried. I love when he hits the edgy pose. Xande's War of Dominion left no one unscathed. Unable to abide the horrors inflicted upon people, warriors, young and brave, took up the sword against Alleg. These men and women became as beacons of hope to those who had suffered, not unlike the warriors of light in our age. But all this merely hastened the destruction. Just as they moved toward Alleg's heart for the kill, Xande lashed out in anger and frustration, as trapped beasts are wont to do. In his desperation, Xande desired a great rift to be opened to hasten the cloud of darkness's coming. To this end, he commanded the sun's power held within Dalamud. He commanded the sun's power held within Dalamud be emptied into Circus Tower at once. The act bore terrible consequences. The tower only withstood the blast by flooding the land below with energy. Circus was swallowed by the very earth upon which it once stood. The fourth umbral calamity. I'd learned of its cause from Une and Doga. I had no idea the rebellion incited Xande to rashness, though. Your knowledge of Allegan history is astounding, Graha. Why a man could study for 2 lifetimes and only learn half of what you know. Seems like a cool character. Mayhap, 'tis strange, though. I cannot seem to remember where I learned such things. Yes, Biggs, are you ready? Ready and raring to open up the Void Gate, Chief. We reckon that this machine's up and running. She'll be able to float 5 airships the size of the Agrius. So just give us the word and we'll start channeling energy into the tower. Good, then let's get started. Our preparations are complete. Everyone step away from the throne. Alright, let's see what this machine can do. Now, Biggs. Ah, a rift to the world of darkness, as Une called it. Splendid work, Master Gyland. We can't break out of the mead just yet. The tough part's still ahead. We've broken into the Dark Realm, but the gate's not all that stable. It won't stay open forever, and only a few can use it. So Minfina and her choice of friends. I, for one, will remain here to ensure the Void Gate stays open. As will the Sons of St. Koinak. This rift is our sole path to salvation. If it closes, we are all truly lost. Which leaves Minfina. My friend, 'tis a heavy burden I must ask you with, but there are none more able. Pray lead the adventurers beyond the rift. I do not know what awaits you, save the cloud of darkness and our 3 comrades, but you must go, for the fate of our world now rests upon your shoulders. Bop. This is our only gambit, but I have every faith you will succeed. It will be no small feat to return after you have passed beyond the rift. Make certain you are prepared before leaving. Might I have a moment of your time, Minfina? There is a matter of importance we must needs discuss ere you leave. Oh. I was like, what does that sound? Grabbing a drink real fast. Very important stuff. Minfina, I wish to speak to you about my eye. As you are no doubt aware, 'tis a trait only seen amongst Allegan royalty. Long have I pondered why such is my inheritance. The sanguine hue must have some bearing upon my destiny. This much Doga himself admitted. But what? In truth, the more I learn of the Crystal Tower, the less I am myself. Somehow meeting those 2 clones wrought great change in me. I am consumed with remembering something ancient, but ever so important. And my father's words echo in my mind, the self-same ones his father told him. The truth of our eye rests with Alleg. Mayhap I wish to remember those words. Mayhap what I wish to remember and these words are related. Mayhap not, but I know I must learn the truth that history hides from me. I would see this journey, our journey, through to the very end with my own 2 eyes. So I implore you, allow me to join you beyond the rift. Allow me to join you beyond the rift. You have my thanks, my friend. Now let us venture into the world of darkness and save our comrades in our realm. The world of darkness now accessible. Hell yeah. Let's get in there. Hopefully the queue time's not too long. Lucifer, what's up, dude? Sorry, I'm eating. I didn't have time to eat before I started. So, I can quit queue. You can join me if you want. I remember you said something about that, the other night. Let me log in. Alright, bet. Say, if you want to come this way on Ether, I don't know what, like, server you're on. But on the Siren world, where you can just put your username in the chat so I can add you. You're on Ferry. Okay. I will wait. I'm gonna mute and keep eating though. I don't want my food to get cold. Is your name in-game Lucifer Morningstar too? I got you. I know what I see it. Dude, I got the notification that you went live the other day. I really wanted to hop in, but I didn't even want to risk like seeing something I shouldn't, you know what I mean? I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't click on it then. Just know I'm with you in spirit. I'm cheering you on from somewhere that isn't your chat. I unlocked Ninja the other day. It's not really a class that I think I'm gonna level right away. there are definitely other classes that I'm more interested in. Like, I've had a lot of fun playing Red Mage, and I mean, I started on Lancer into Dragoon, so probably do a lot of the content on this one just because out of all of the classes that I do have, I definitely know this rotation the best. I still managed to mess it up. But I unlocked Blue Mage too. I did play Red Mage back in Endwalker. Right when I unlocked it, it took a second to figure out. I wasn't a big fan of the fact that it, like, since it starts you at level 50, it kind of just drops all of the abilities up until 50 on you. So I had to take a good little bit to actually read what they all were and figure out what the rotation was supposed to be, but once I got it figured out, man, it's like, that class is fun. And I don't think I've gotten to the really complex part yet, but I've been... Oh, hello. Bro, you look kind of like Sephiroth. Let's see, send friend request. One of the easy classes to play. I'm all for easy, so... I do not need a class to be hard for me to enjoy it, so... Oh, what did that say? Oh, really? I haven't seen him without his mask. Let's go ahead and get us in here. I actually see it, now that you mention it. His face model is well customized. Do you ever get to see it? Like in the game? Does he ever take the helmet off? His hair as well? I'm guessing if you see his hair, then he definitely does at some point. Oh yeah. I'm excited to presumably, I'm guessing, fight Nidhogg at some point. Because they're talking him up. And first time I heard of Nidhogg was actually one of the magic cards. I was the trials on Heavensward. Alright, for sure. Are good. Well, that's why that's why I'm trying to do this Crystal Tower, so I can keep going through the story. Oh, Thordan is in Heavensward? Dude. Sinks. With the fight me. Oh. See, I know that I think it's the most difficult version of his fight is the one that's got like the main menu chimes going in part of the song. And I wanted to listen to that today at work, but I think I got busy and completely forgot. The fight was brutal. That's what I'm not looking forward to, is trying to get into the difficult fights and then kind of dragging everybody down if I die too many times. But I guess that's just part of it, huh? Oh, DPS tracks? Nah, I don't really care for stuff like that. Destroyed a lot of static. I'm not really sure what that means. Oh. Okay, I think I understand. I watch I watch a lot of like the world first for the WoW stuff. Because I think even if I do go back to playing WoW, it'll be quite a long time from now. So I'm not too worried about WoW spoilers. And the game's been out for like 200 years, so. Say my only experience with WoW back when it was the I'm trying to think what that would stand for. LOTK. Oh, Wrath of the Lich King. Okay. Oh no, you're good. You're good. All right, let's go. I'm excited. I'm excited. I don't get to do the raids super often, so. Yeah, I tried to get back into WoW, like probably like a year and a half ago. But it was a bit underwhelming because I picked the Demon Hunter class, and the thing about WoW for me was always hearing about the Lich King, right? He was a super like sick dude and a lot of like stuff surrounding him in the lore, obviously. So it was a bit underwhelming when I picked the class going back in, and I basically spawned right in front of the Lich King. I was like, okay, well this isn't I was expecting to have to like fight my way to and get the thing, but oh shit, whole squad pulled up. Okay, I'm gonna follow everybody else. I'm already hitting the wrong buttons, dude. Oh my god. We are so cooked. My excuse is that this is literally my first fight today. Oh, what the hell? Demon Hunter was something else, and look away when the first boss has Mortal Gaze. Okay. I'm sure I'll try to go back to it at some point, but I mean, Final Fantasy's got my full attention right now. I'm assuming I need to stay. Do I go near or away from him with that? Okay, you said look away. really hurt. Level 150 death? What does that mean? I'm gonna assume I'm good. I keep hitting it. Awesome. You can hit the hourglass for this far, according to the boss. On the floor, colors alternate. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like in the moment when a bunch of stuff is like flashing around and there's a bunch of shit going on, I just don't know like what effects are kind of like linked together. Do one thing to negate another thing. Oh, he's back? We already killed you, bro. You're doing fine for the first time running this. I haven't died, so that's kind of my, oh, what's the word? That's my bar to clear, is don't die. As long as that doesn't happen, I'm going to call that a win. It helps that I got like crazy tank on my team. What? Oh. Not on the black mage, dude. He would have ran towards us when he was cast. Okay, what's this? I don't know what this is. Might die here. I really didn't take much damage. I must have did something. Oh. You didn't see that. That effect on the ground always confuses me. I've seen it like 3 times now. I think it's part of his ice attacks. Let's go! The hard way the first time. I was doing the very first in this chain of raids, and it got to that point where it branched out into like 3 different bosses, and I went with a completely different team. Somebody put in the chat, they were like, "You're doing great, Minfina." That's my character's name. Okay, that felt unnecessary. Please. Oh, they're from old Final Fantasy games. That's cool. The more and more I think about the first game, I really do want to download it and play it. Big doggy. Is that a thing? Oh. Oh, they killed it. I didn't even realize it was there. It's worth getting rid of. Oh, this is a big cast time. It's going to be bad. It's perhaps a DPS check. Oh, no. He got me. Oh, shoot. Well, damn. Heal up a little bit. Thank you, healers. Oh, that's well, that wasn't supposed to happen. I'm gonna try to stay like to the side of him because I can't get out of that tail attack quick enough. Oh, got him. Hell yeah. I guess I should look at the loot. This looks sick. Oh. Well. This is the big bad. I'm gonna lie, I'm lost as fuck right now. I think it's up here. I think I'm good. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's go. So I just got here and she ran away. Kind of messing her up. So what is she doing? Oh no! I know these things. I know these things. Epic. Go back to hitting her. You can do it. Oh, that's easy. Hell yeah. GG. I can LB3. Somebody else did it. They got it. Get out of here. Buddy. You're done. Congrats on clearing it. I didn't die, so headed pretty good. Think I'm in the top 100 players of all time, probably. Loot. Can I come into you? Oh. Well, red mage is pretty sick. Let's see here. Whoa! I want to agree to all of this. I'm gonna need that. I want the minion. I'll pass on that. Oh, you can't? Damn. I guess that makes sense. Cutscene. Where in the seven hells are they? Without them, to stem the energy in the tower to defeat the... our defeat of the cloud aids our cause little. Doga, Une, can you hear me? Nero! Must you be so infernally loud? Are you so keen to attract more void scent? Whoa. What the hell happened to you? Though I don't blame you for missing my company. Thank the 12, are you alright? As alright as can be expected, Une has simply passed out. She saw how awesome our raid group was. Nero, by the gods, what happened to you? Alas, his wounds were too deep and allowed this foul place entry to his body. Now the darkness claws at the ether of his very form. Would that we could have protected him. The cloud of darkness was bound by Xande's unholy covenant to bring prosperity to Allagan royalty. The same blood that sealed this contract gives us a measure of protection. I say a measure, for this vow does not protect us from other voids sent. The cloud imprisoned us here precisely to unleash fiends upon us. We would be dead had Nero not defended us so valiantly. Awesome. Mistake not my actions for kindness. I have use for you yet in Eorzea, and simply couldn't let harm befall you here. Wake up, time for school. Where? Une, you're safe. Our friends have come for us. Have they? Then perhaps, Doga, there is yet hope we may fulfill our purpose. Oh. Mortals, you have dared to challenge me, and now you must feel my wrath. I read that as warmth at first, and I was like, aw. Thank you. Did you think to destroy me in my realm? Here I am eternal. I will smother your light and entomb your bones amongst my shadows. Are we truly so powerless here? As long as we fight in the cloud in this realm. Fight the cloud in this realm, I fear so. Well, no, because... Okay, hear me out. We're in the realm of shadow. But it just so happens that I am called the Warrior of Light. Cinema. Anyway, I'll see myself out. And yet, though we may not be able to destroy it, this may be our chance to stop it. If we strike now, whilst the cloud can barely hold her form, mayhap we can sever Xande's covenant. Yes, and raise the bridge between the Crystal Tower and this foul place once and for all. Menfina, G'raha, you must flee. You and Doga mean to stay here? We came to get you, and you're staying? This is madness. You must return with us. No one but you can save the world from the threat of the Crystal Tower. You can, G'raha. You have the eye. Oh. What is this trickery? Your blood. You too gain protection from Xande's blood. Grahatia, you are possessed of royal blood. That is why the royal eye runs in your line. It is a gift you have inherited, Graha. You have been granted the authority over the Crystal Tower. I had thought time would consume all of Alleg that a man should still live with his forebears' blood in this age can be no coincidence. Well, this area is called the Void, 13th Shard. Oh, wait. This cutscene is kind of connected to MSQ. Oh, I didn't even see that message originally. Am I supposed to know what the shards are? I'll be honest, if I'm supposed to know what the shards are, I don't. Some person must have planted this gift in your line and used the highest of Allegan technology to do so. True, the Crystal Tower is not like to recognize you as Allegan. Not as you are now, but your royal eye bespeaks a simple truth. Within you dwells one feeble glitter that will illuminate all, the light of hope. I mean, it's literally required to continue playing the story, so I guess the only difference between this and an MSQ is that it doesn't have the fancy Realm Reborn symbol. But how should I use this light? Pray, tell me. You must gain control of the Crystal Tower. We will share our blood with you, Graha. Through its effects will but be ephemeral. It will bolster the Allegan presence within you. This 13th shard will be told in Heaven's Word. Okay. We get in there. This is our gift to you, that you may fulfill your destiny. All with the royal eye are bound by fate to Alleg. Our part in this journey is to bury Xande's dark ambitions in the past. This was the true Une and Doga's purpose, one we have carried into the future. So they're just gonna like stay here to make sure he don't leave again, or to make sure the thing don't get out that we just killed. Know that as long as this light of hope survives in you, our souls will still remain, even if our bodies are lost. With the power of friendship. Yippee! Oh, he's double-eyed up now. You must leave us as well, Nero. I'm sorry we could not live up to your expectations. I must return to you what is yours, though you dropped it while defending us. What you seek by this instrument may not be possible, Nero, but do not give up. There are many other paths that await you. Of course they do. Doga, Une, I thank you. We shall never forget you. Now, Menfina, Nero, let us quit this place. You shall not escape me, impudent children of light. Maybe if you didn't have the aim of a stormtrooper, brother. Holy shit. No, you shall not escape us. Here, Xande's bloodstained dream of glory end. Hell yeah. There, the glint of light. Kind of like how, oh, what's her name? Garuda kind of had her little area, I guess, that she was controlling the wind. Except it's a whole other, like, universe. Or not universe, but, like, domain, I guess. It grows faint. Then the bridge between realms grows fragile by the Covenant's annulment. If that light dies, we're here stranded. Hurry. Nero, no. Lock in. Leave me. Nero, no. I don't need you. If I die here, it's because I bloody well decided to. I failed to master darkness. I will not suffer watching a green boy master the tower. He's actually red. That's kind of his color scheme. Do what you will with it, but remember me, son of Alec. I am Nero's Tol Scava, the man who will yet outdo Alec and Garland. That was what you hoped to... Ah, Akira! May the Crystal Tower again be a beacon of hope for mankind. Go, damn you! He's just like, go! Sid is waiting on the other side. And he just starts shit-talking Sid. Sid is waiting on the other side. Isn't he your favorite? Must move onwards. This is not where I come to rest. Bro looks like he should own a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Oh, okay, never mind. I take it back. But how did those damn clones did it after all? Now, onwards. The lighting on his face is not doing him justice. Well, that's a problem. You owe me, Nero. He's like, I'd rather die. Hello, everybody. Your return unharmed. Thank the gods. When that void gate started to close, I had never felt so powerless in all my life. We were running about like madmen trying to keep the gate open, and then the chief actually went and dived in. But if you were all set... Huh? Where are Une and Doga? They're not... Nero's very salty when it comes to Sid. Dude, it's so obvious. You learn that all the way back in, like, the Praetorium, or whatever it's called. Because his whole monologue is just, oh, Sid, oh, I hate that guy. I see, I will miss the two of them dearly, but I'm happy that they fulfilled their purpose. We who live on must attend to the Crystal Tower, though we now have no one able to seal it. Well, actually... If you'll notice, Grahatia. That is not true, my friend. Une and Doga have entrusted me with their blood. I can now control the Crystal Tower. Very convenient. Graha, yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good. Then let us put an end to this and seal away the tower. I understand your instinct, Rambros. But please, give us a moment to rest. I'm weary to the bone. Nero and Mefina are both emerged from a long battle. Of course, you have the right of it. Come, we shall leave this place for a spell and repair to St. Cointock's Find. No one but you could have succeeded the world of darkness, Minfina. I could have been more use beyond the rift. As it stands, I was but a vessel for Doga and Une's blood. Praetorium was freaking long before it was an 8-man dungeon, like 45 minutes run, I think, or 35, can't remember. You're saying originally it was an 8-man? I think it's a 4-man now. I don't know. There was one night that I was trying to get the tomestones, and that was like the only one I had available. I was trying to grind the Ironworks gear because it was item level like 130, and I think that's the highest I have access to right now. And dude, I did Praetorium, I kid you not, at least like 7 to 10 times in one night. I messaged my free company and I was like, the Praetorium is like, it runs through my veins now. But I got the armor though. Have I remembered what I wish to? Yes, something has come back to me. Gaining royal blood and witnessing true bravery has reminded me of my forebears' dearest wish. But we need not speak of these things right now. It is not my place to keep you. Pray go on ahead of me. There is something small I would do before I return. I could not have asked for a better comrade. If only I could have been a part of your adventures for longer, Minfina. Alas, fate dictates I have a different role to play. A wish hidden for millennia and brought to light by the good people of Noah. Now finally, 'tis my time to see it realized. Oh, it had both of them included. Wow, yeah, that would have been a nightmare. I'm glad I didn't have to play through that. I'll be honest, the La Habrea fight was kind of just alright. I don't remember it too much, but I remember just being like, okay, that happened. And then you meet a bunch of Ascians after him who are like, yeah, La Habrea is kind of, we don't really like him. He's the lame Ascian. This person's Chocobo looks insane. It reminds me of like Egress from Solo Leveling. Alright, well, I appreciate you joining me for that. I don't know when we call him Laha Bread. Why? Dude, you literally have 280,000 more health than me. You get a lot of mounts. I actually I got a few from the achievements. Where's that? Like I got the Behemoth and I got the Magitech armor for clearing the story. I want to get the hand one next from the achievements. I think I'm like 1 point off. Here I was thinking that going from like, because I unlocked a blue mage, right? So I went back down to level 1, and I had like 100 HP. So when I switched back to my Dragoon, and I had like 7k HP, I was like, damn, I've come a long way. Which I really like the idea of Blue Mage too, by the way. I was gonna say that earlier, but I got sidetracked. I will say I think it's gonna be a little tedious with the hints saying like, if something says like Eastern Thanalan, then I just have to go through the whole place just letting things like hit me. But the idea of it at least is really interesting. Gives me something else to do on days that I'm playing but not streaming it. Gonna get the skills. I was kind of thinking once I unlocked it and it kind of told me how the class works, if it's actually like a good class like the others, or if it's kind of just like a gimmick class. I cannot express how glad I am that you returned safely, Minfina, and with the means to dispel the threat of the Crystal Tower for good. Rest, if you will, then let us free ourselves from the specter of the Alligans. There's more. We keep going. I trust you have rested, my friend. Good. I wish to seal the tower now, but there is something we must do first. Let me summon the others and hear in full what happened from beyond the rift. So the Allagan Eye that runs in G'raha's line does mean that royal blood flows in his veins. I suppose it is not so odd to think that his forebears gained it via ancient technology, but who imbued his family with the blood and for what purpose? Mayhap all this was fate, from discovering the tower to G'raha gaining Une and Doga's blood. Has G'raha said anything? For that matter, where is G'raha, and what of Nero? I'm not sure about our resident historian, but Nero left the tower with me. Where he's vanished to since, I cannot say. But knowing him as I do not believe he'll scheme against us for the time being, though he is still Nero. Minfina, you say G'raha stayed behind at the Crystal Tower. I wonder if he even now prepares to seal the place off. 'Tis G'raha, sir. He came into the Crystal Tower and began ordering researchers out. Why would he do such a thing? We're getting evil G'raha, Tia. I do not know, sir, but he was quite insistent. He all but bodily forced me out of the gates. I suppose it is possible he told one of the others, but I wasted no time in finding out. I thought it best to hasten here and ask your guidance. Very well, let us go and speak with these researchers and then get to the bottom of this queer business. Master Garland, Minfina, please come with me. No doubt G'raha means to seal off the Crystal Tower, but it worries me that he did not breathe a word of his plan to us. Let's go. Very fast. As much as I don't particularly care for the Magitech armor mount, and I think that's because like I said, I did so many Praetorium runs. There was that little portion where you had to use it. I really like the music accompanied with it. I'm glad I turned the music setting back on. What in the world was Gratia thinking, demanding we leave the tower? No doubt you want to know why. I wish I knew that myself. Of course he would tell me nothing, but he will be honest with you, miss, I am certain of it. Just a heads up, when you get to Heaven's Word, you're going to lose the ability of flight. Oh yeah, I know. I know it's just a regional thing, but I don't mind it. I actually enjoyed just running through the places on its own. Go no further, my friends. The doors will close ere long. So you are of a mind to sail the tower, Graha? I know time is of the essence, but all I ask is a hint of your plan. Please come here so we can discuss this. No, my apologies, but I cannot. Come on, man. Oh, that's not what he said. Come, man, what is this nonsense? If aught is amiss, surely we can help. Not this time, my friend. Just as Une and Doga fulfilled their destiny, so too must I fulfill mine. My blood has awakened me to this fact. As my father told me, the truth has always lain with Alec, or rather, 'twas there the wish that I must grant was born. You see, not all the world perished in Xande's calamity. Survivors stood amidst the ruins of Alec, looking to the Crystal Tower, but it was nowhere to be seen. Yet they hoped its spires would again dominate the land, and prayed that the Crystal Tower would be a beacon of hope to the people everywhere. Word of this soon reached the holy member of Alec's royalty to outlive. Word of this soon reached the only member of Alec's royalty to outlive the Empire, the Princess Selena. Selena was moved by the people's dearest wish. She used the very best of Alec's technology to give her blood and memories to he whom she trusted the most. The man was my forebearer. For millennia, Alec's art and ingenuity faded. Our royal blood grew thin. But before the last drop could vanish from the realm, the memory of all this returned to me. And now I must fulfill the wish of the ancients. The tower will shine forth as a new beacon of hope. Graha, the Crystal Tower's strength poses too great a threat to Eorzea now. We would need technology as advanced as Alec's to use it correctly. As things stand, we barely understand the tower's workings, how's we may never fully comprehend them. 'Tis as you say, Cid. We could wait for someone someday to reach the same heights as Alec, but by then we will have lost the royal blood and the means to control the tower. But what if I do as Aemon did, and put the tower into a deep sleep? Huh? What? You cannot mean that. I'm deadly serious, Cid. The tower may only be used once men rival the Allegans in knowledge. I will slumber within Circus Tower until then to greet those with the means to open the gates. Then I will guide them, and thus the tower shine forth as the beacon of hope it was meant to be. 'Tis the only way to make the wishes of the ancients come true. Man, I'm getting tired. Oh, sick lighting. The future is where my destiny awaits. But yours lies outside these doors. Go create a future where hope reigns and the tragedies of the past are but memories. No one but you can accomplish such things. Nothing we say will make you change your mind, will it? Onwards to a brighter future. It won't be easy, of course, but that's exactly why we'll do it. We'll catch up with Alec, just you wait. We'll cover all that lost ground before you even know it. Well said, Wedge. It'll only be a few years before we come knocking, G'raha. Then you're in for a rude awakening. You shall be witness to Noah's accomplishments. Pray keep alive our successes and forgive us our failures. And may we meet again, my friend. Yes. The 12 keep you till then, Rambros. I look forward to learning of your exploits, and you, Minfina, I know history will remember you. No doubt your heroism will be the star by which I chart my course when I awake. This guy's a poet, man. Holy crap. Well, now I must rest. Recalling so much has put me in the mood for sleep. Farewell, my friends. I eagerly await a future born of your courage and the ancient's wish. G'raha, no! I hope he's got Netflix. Old English style of talking makes my head spin sometimes. I feel like that might be why I struggle to read some of the lines, like, fluently. I really do. Because I'll be reading it just fine, and then somebody will say, like, ye old, like, fucking... You know what I'm talking about. And it'll throw me for a loop, because my brain will be like, nah, you read that wrong, go back. But then I will have read it right. It's just that they're talking in, like, stupid. The crystal tower slumbers again. Then 'tis too quiet for my taste. Yeah, he's the Eminem of Eorzea. Goodbye, Sid. I must pull all this at my back. Possibility beckons, and I am bound to follow. Somebody's going to find that later on. A new dawn has come for me. We're really on the dawn trail now. He turns around and starts walking away as there's like an explosion from his machine, like that he just threw off the cliff. The credits roll. We're on the dawn trail now. You could say we're going heavensward. Sick guitar riff just starts playing. The Michael Bay explosion. What I've done. Dude, that would actually be crazy. I'd watch the sequel. I'm not a very good editor, but I want to try to make that now. That would be awesome. No, that's what I wanted to avoid. Alright, buddy. Throw hands, we'll throw hands. That'll show him. Well, for movie explosions, you can tell if it's Michael Bay movies. I've heard that, but I don't actually know why. Is it just because there's a lot of them? do I get over here? Am I stupid? Oh yeah, I am. Okay. You just missed Sid, Minfina. There is much that needs his attention, if he is to fulfill Graha's wishes, it seems. Speaking of mounts, you can get special mounts with tank classes. I think I saw those. Because I watched that, I watched a video on mounts you could get, and that's how I found out that you get the Phoenix one in Heavensward. I do want to get the Dark Knight one, because that's like the Panther, right? Yeah, Michael Bay do love explosions. I mean, I like explosions. I was running this, what is it? I was running this dungeon, just doing Duty Finder, like, yesterday. Or maybe it was this morning. But it was... Is Copperbell Mines, is that what it's called? The one where you have to go through, you have to find the sacks of the stuff, and then you have to, like, blow open the parts of the walls. I was running that one. And every time we would get the sacks of, like, the explosive, like, dust... Yeah, that's Copperbell. Every time we get the sacks of the explosive dust, somebody would, like, put it down, and then they'd go to blow it up, but I would stand right in front of the explosion, and I would just turn my character around, so it's, like, not looking at the explosion, and I was like, man, I was like, I probably look sick to these guys. I did it every time. We must all walk in different directions now. Remember that we labor for a brighter future by Graha's beacon. Sealing the Crystal Tower was but the first step. Farewell, my friend. May our paths cross again. Yeah. Michael Bay moment, yeah. My life is a Michael Bay movie. You completed the Crystal Tower quest series. The next main scenario quest can be accepted by speaking with Minfilia at the Rising Stones. Awesome. Oh, did I tell you that oh, hello. What the hell? Did I tell you that I stumbled across the quest that gave me the, oh fuck, what's it called? The Binding Coil of Bahamut or something? I've heard of that dungeon before. I know it's like a really popular one. Yeah, I found it. So, and it was crazy too, because I was on here yesterday talking about like, oh, Alizai hasn't been like anywhere in the story, and then I find that side quest because I think I was just running around doing blue side quests, and she's the one that gives you those raids. So I was like, dude, I literally just got done telling you about how I haven't seen her in ages, and then I turn off the stream, I keep playing, and she appears immediately. But I think I'm probably going to do those next week. I'm not going to do those right now. Which ones are included in that raid? I think me and one of my free company, like, members ran through the first one, but I think when I go to do them next week, I'm gonna queue up for the first one again and do it normally, because we did it unrestricted and it was just me and him. He went in as a healer and was still like one-shotting everything. The story is good on the raid. I'll try to pay attention to it when I do it, but I feel like I'm focusing a lot on the combat when I'm in the raids, so I can't really read the little pop-ups at the top of the screen for when the characters are saying stuff. But let's go continue with the main story. If you want to do it sync, we can next week. I'm just gonna main story for the next like half hour and then hop off here probably. I want to reach at least 2 hours. I'm trying to kind of build a habit out of it, you know what I mean? If you want to do it sync, prepare for a lot of wipe because it's something else. As long as the people that are getting into it with me are also prepared to wipe a lot. Because the last thing I want to do is like wipe so many times that at that point I'm like holding everybody else back, you know what I mean? Minfidia, hello, it's been a while. Oh, do we get voices? This feels like a voices camera angle. No. Though recent events weigh heavily on our minds, we must needs set them aside for now. That's my Minfilia impression. We are come to a defining moment in Eorzean history. The grand commemoration of our joint defense of Ishgard, the first time in 15 long years that our people have stood side by side with our neighbors to the north in a fight in a common cause. This may mark the true rebirth of the Eorzean alliance. Failing that, it should at the very least serve to bring our nations closer together. We have every reason to raise your voices in celebration, do we not? Our voices. We have bested Dravanians and Ascians both. Against desperate odds, we have fought and won. But the primals still plague us, and the Empire still plots our subjugation and our triumphs. Remarkable though they are, were bought at a terrible price. Brave adventurers and allies broken on the steps of faith, and before our eyes in this very room our dear friend Moonbreda. This is the victory we have wrought, and it is bitter ashes in my mouth. It is as bitter ashes. I would sooner stay here and invite those with more appetite to enjoy the feast in my stead. Alas, it is a royal banquet and all of our allies will be in attendance. It is our duty to present a united front as we might serve a beacon of hope to all. It seems I have no choice but to take my own advice. I instructed the others to meet us in Ul'dah, that we might make our grand entrance together. Unfortunately, I had to settle for leaving Tataru and Lamin a note. If they do not return quickly, they will have to settle for whatever leftovers I can smuggle out of the fragrant chamber. Off to the big soiree, Menfina. Raise a glass for me, eh? Or not. You don't look the best pleased, lass. Something on your mind? By the Navigator, Wilred's dead? Gods damn it. They must know they've been rumbled. I mean, sod it. Just past time we had this talk. After our last conversation, I got to thinking about where certain funds were coming from, so I had to dig around on the quiet. And sure enough, I found it. Seems a fair bit of coins made its way into the Braves' coffers courtesy of Dodo Consortium, a daft name for a business if I ever heard one, which is what first gave me an inkling that something weren't right. So I went through the ledgers again and found another half-dozen donations from organizations with stupid bloody names. Didn't take long to find the common thread. All were owned by the Mirage Trust. Oh, I'll give the bastard credit. He showed us up for the amateurs we are. Short of calling, one his business is the Bloody Bribery Consortium. I don't know what more he could have done to mock our rules on financial contribution. The gods only know how many men the first and third are taking Telegi's coin, but now we know, as some of them are, I'd wager my right eye there are ones I'd wager me right eye they're the ones that did for Wilred. The earnest young fool had taken to asking the wrong kind of questions, bound to attract attention. Should have seen it at the time, but I didn't. God damn it. Still, I don't see what Teleji hopes to accomplish. He hid his scheme with all the care of the drunk pissing into the wind. No, he's cleverer than this, so we need to be clever too. That's the only way to ever repay this debt of blood. We'll purge every one of them traitorous bastards from our ranks. On that you have my word. It'd be really crazy if the traitor was like one of the NPCs that we were responsible for bringing in, that already kind of had like a really briefly set up like backstory, like the dude that spent a lot of time. This is like an unnamed NPC, by the way, but just like the guy that spent a lot of time as like a wood whaler before he became one of our things. Come to find out that, like, I don't know, I just think it'd be cool. Minfina, mind yourself when you're in Old Daha. We're heading into a storm, I can smell it. The kind that'll sweep a man overboard and drag him under before he knows it. It's funny he says that, because it stormed where I'm at last night, and it was like a really bad storm. Man, rain smells so good. They then to do a lot of those. Talking about the NPC? Well, I'm just thinking, like, they're not on the level of like Grahatia or like Raubon, the General of Lemsa, Gridania. Like, it's not on the level of those NPCs, but these more like minor characters where it's like you have a very brief interaction with them, and like you're the one responsible for bringing them in, and this other plot point wraps back around to the same character that you already briefly know of. I think it would just be a really small... Oh, you live in Cali? That's cool. I'm in Illinois, so the weather can't decide what it wants to do. But it would just be a really small action they could take to make the world feel more like multiple things are happening at once. Multiple things are influencing the story. I hope that makes sense. I don't think I could live in California. I feel like it's like super hot over there all the time. And I'm not the kind of person for heat. I'd much rather it be cold. You're pissed at how expensive it is to live there? I've heard prices, and I almost refuse to even believe them. We're talking thousands for, like, rent in, like, a really shitty apartment? Hell no, dude. Hell no. The closest I ever got to prices like that was when I was going to college up near Chicago, and we had to split rent between 4 different people, and it still costed me $700 a month. I blame Newsom for the shit that happened in Cali. I'm guessing that's like a politician. $3K for a 2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, that's fucking insane. I'm at a part-time retail job. I feel like having $3,000 a month itself is like a governor of Cali. I saw that the mayor of Chicago, like I was listening to something at work today talking about the mayor of Chicago, and apparently not a great dude. Then again, I feel like it's rarer to get a politician who's not, you know, like a evil, just a terrible human being. This is where I'm supposed to be, right? Yeah, we're going to the middle. What up? I've been waiting for you, Minfina. The celebration is due to begin shortly. I had hoped we might make our introductions together, but Mitra's Momedy just sent word that you are needed at the quicksand. Why am I needed at the quicksand? Before I work in a semiconductor, which pays pretty good, but dude, I feel like I feel like losing your job in a place like that's gotta be stressful. Cause you quickly, like, that would fuck you over. We will go on ahead, Minfina. Pray join us once matters of the quicksand are resolved. Give my regards to Momedy and let her know that I will call upon her anon. So that's gonna be the Adventurers Guild, right? Yeah. Over here. That's not who I need. That's who I need. I appreciate you dropping in on such short notice, Minfina. I know you got places to be, so I won't waste your time. You're friends with the Crystal Brave by the name of Alianne, aren't you? Former adventurer, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure you recruited her yourself. That name sounds so familiar. Well, anyway, she came round for a meal not long ago, and before she left, she asked me to give you a message. Said if the others ended up dragging you to the feast, I was to see you got it before you made your grand entrance. Meet me at the station west of the Coffer and Coffin. There's something I must show you. A short message, I'll grant you. But she thought long and hard before picking those words. Barely touched her food, too. Under these circumstances, I'd have thought those signs of a troubled heart, but something tells me she ain't planning to ask your thoughts on a gentleman caller. Isn't she like... There's Alphanod, and then there's the second in command, which is like the guy that's like really good friends with Raban, and then I think Alianne is like the third in command. Everything in Cali is expensive. I will probably never know. I'd love to go there, dude. I think later this year, Otto's coming back to the U.S., but she's only performing in Cali. And it upsets me that I can't go. It sucks. Ilbert, yeah, that's who I was talking about. I think Yuhas is the one. I think you're right too. I think Alian is one of the like 2 NPCs that is like always running around with you, Yuhas, and Ilbert though. Guess we're about to find out. We're about to meet up with them. Sounds pretty crazy too. As you stand upon the platform, your thoughts begin to wander, and all too soon the ghosts of comrades lost and enemies slain begin to file your mind's eye in solemn procession. Clearing your head, you scan the horizon and see no sign of Alian. Oh no. What happened? Oh, I'm just waiting again. Okay. Straining your ears to listen, you hear the chatter of Cheechern, and the buzzing of syrphids, but no approaching footfall. Sighing, you bow your head only to notice the veil lying at your feet. This is ominous. Not gonna lie. Minfina, is that you? What brings you out this way? Why are you here? People predict gas price here in Cali will hit $7 per gallon. I think gas prices here spiked. Somebody was telling me about it. I think it hit like 4. So I do not envy you, I'll be honest. Although my car is not working right now anyway, so gas for me cost 0. Lieutenant Alian? Why no, I haven't seen her about. Had she come this way, I guarantee you we would have crossed paths, but I must have passed this spot a dozen times. We're on patrol in the city's environs on account of the royal banquet, captain's orders, you understand. Speaking of which, isn't it about to begin? You should be with the other honored guests enjoying your well-deserved respite. I pray return to Old Dom and Fina. If I chance meet the lieutenant, I will tell her you were here. Nah, bro, don't go back. Something's clearly wrong. Oh yeah, this guy's suspicious. Look at the way he's looking at me, dude. Stop! No, it isn't being suspicious. No. Okay, we got an Animo cutscene.
O Sultan Tree,
Voices?
hallowed spirit of my line. Through my weakness, the glorious house of Uhl has all but disappeared beneath the sands. For want of the strength to raise it up again, it were better that it fall. Forgive me, but I know not what else to do.
I gotta sneeze. But it's like that weird, like, phase between sneezing and not sneezing where it could go either way. I'm going the wrong way. $5.35 for the cheapest. Yeah, I mean, walking is nice sometimes. The real The real annoying part is when I need to go, like, I live in a really small town. It's kind of one of those towns where everything important is in the town over. So it's a bit annoying when I need to get over there to do something. But that's not even super often, so I'm still going the wrong way. I'll get there eventually. And I'm planning to move out because it's not good at the moment living here. Gotta come join me in Illinois, man. It's equally as bad, but play Final Fantasy at least. I reckoned you'd head straight to the feast after meeting with Alianne. What's the matter, no appetite? No, I got this clouded vial. So she wasn't there, but this was? Hey, let's see. Looks to me like an alchemist vial, but beyond that I can't say. Might be best if you hold on to it for safekeeping, though. Any road, no use worrying about Alianne. I'm sure she'll turn up before too long. And when she does, we'll soon find out what this was all in aid of. Besides, you've got more important things to think about. I feel like we're taking this very not that seriously. Hey, somebody's missing, but they're like, yeah, hey, go eat your food. Like, you have a banquet. Go celebrate. Would you believe that while you were away, another message arrived for you? Well, one did. One delivered by the Sultana's handmaiden, no less. Seems her grace desires a private audience. Her handmaiden will meet you on the royal promenade and escort you to the Sultana's chambers. What are you waiting for? Go on, then go. Because Momody was even like, yeah, she was acting really strange whenever she left the message for you. So I feel like to come back and be like,
you needn't trouble yourself so.
Oh. Hold on.
Your grace is most kind, but it is no trouble to me, rather an honor.
I have an uncle there. He was saying it's better here than. It sucks. I can't really speak for like the living, I guess, experience compared to everywhere else, because I haven't ever lived anywhere else. So unfortunately, you're starting to lose my expertise a bit, because my expertise on anything was very expert. Got her woman intuition tingling. Somebody... Well, that's the thing, though, because she was like, yeah, she was being super suspicious when she left. But then I came back and I'm like, yeah, dude, she's missing. And this, like, vial, this strange vial. And she's like, huh. Anyway. Somebody's literally missing. I feel like we should be a little concerned.
If your grace is ready, I shall summon the Warrior of Light.
That's me. I'm the Warrior of Light.
I am.
Where's that piece of shit Teleji Adeleji? I'm gonna sock him right upside his tiny face.
Everyone looks to be in high spirits.
Where I'm at, it most certainly is cheaper than $3,000 a month. But I'm like really south. Like I said, the only expensive rent I ever experienced was like right outside Chicago, so that's kind of not really surprising, right? Hi, Alphanod. I'm Infilia.
With good cause.
With good cause.
A common victory may serve to unite even the most unlikely of allies. You've brought us one step closer to a united Eorzea.
Good job, Alphanod. You're also a really good magic card.
Your modesty knows no bounds, Antecedent. Were it not for your efforts, Sir Emeric would never have become such a steadfast ally. When he convinces his countrymen to rejoin the Alliance, we shall all reap the benefits, military and economic.
This is the reason why people in game Lalas are evil. I feel like there are two kinds of Lalafels, and they're both on the exact opposite ends of the same spectrum. You either get really good, really awesome Lalafels, like presumably Nanamo, or at least I don't think she's done anything bad, or you get people like Teleji fucking Adeleji, that rat. You want to know why he's a Lalafell? Because that makes him similar in size to a rat, to the rat that he is. I've seen a Lala named Tataru with a gun. That's a good example, bro. Tataru the goat. Tataru with a gun. I mean, that would do... I feel like that would do strides in her character arc. One, to be able to, like, protect herself. That's why she was trying to become the, what was it called? The spellcaster or whatever. She could defend everybody.
I tell you, we are on the cusp of a new era of unity and prosperity.
So what's gonna go wrong?
Territorial disputes are all that divide us now. But I have faith that we will find an amicable solution in time.
There's a Lala named Al Capone.
And failing that, I'll have
yeah.
my trusty warrior of light box the ears of all concerned.
I feel like if a mob boss could
Speaking
be
of whom,
any Final Fantasy race, it would most certainly be a Lalafell. There's no way it wouldn't be.
She will be joining us shortly. A matter at the quicksand required her attention, but it did not sound serious.
Oh, they're talking about me. I feel like you can definitely tell that they're setting up for something, because... Oh my god. I feel like it's giving us a lot of people's perspectives. I feel like that's just a thing that stories do when they're getting ready to, like, tease something. Where am I going? Where am I going? Here. There's a glam like a trench coat with a hat and sunglasses. And that Lala has the glam. I'm not gonna say anything at this point. It's getting pretty obvious. I feel like I'm at the point right now where at any second things are just gonna go down. I guess we'll see. This person looks cool. Her Grace is most eager to speak with you. If you require a moment to compose yourself before the audience, you may have it. Or if you are ready, it would be my honor to escort you to Her Grace's chambers forthwith. Upon proceeding to the Sultan's bedchamber. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. All right. So this is the point where shit's going down. Then okay. If it's gotta warn me, I guess I will say then. Probably end once these cutscenes are over. Just giving you a heads up. But we'll watch them. See what's going on. It's recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. How long are the cutscenes? God damn, am I about to watch a feature-length film? This is a good spot. This is a good spot to end before I watch the cutscenes, or should I watch the cutscenes and then call it? Like, what are you saying? Because I assume you mean watch them. Well, this is a very long cutscene. That's all I'm gonna say. Well. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll watch it right now. Like 45 minutes? Are you serious? God, wait, so it actually is just like a movie. Jesus Christ. Okay, if that's the case, then I am gonna watch it tomorrow. Cause I feel like I'm way too tired right now to take in the information from a 45-minute cutscene. So, with that being the case, gonna get out of here. Gonna go watch YouTube, finish eating my pizza that I had at the start of this stream. Thank you for raiding with me. That was pretty awesome. I actually really enjoyed that raid. I can't wait to do the Bahamut raid next week. So, alright. Bye-bye. Bye.